What's up, y'all? It's your boy KSK Sports here. And I got this jersey. Got a 12 jersey. Hey, yeah, it is what it is, man. It be dangerous. I wanted to get this 12 jersey for so long. I wish I could have had this for the game. I think they was sold out for a long time last year. So I wanted to get one for Christmas. Sold out. What you gonna do? Plus, I just moved into a house, a lot of closing costs with that. Plus, I had to go see Shador in Vegas for his first game. So, man, all these things cost money, man. So I finally got this 12 jersey. The time was right to get it. And man, if it's great, feels great, I'm probably gonna wear this for like every video. But how will the Browns do in 2026? A lot is going to have to do with how 12 does. And I think 12, he has shown when he has a coach that believes in him, when he has competent receivers, when he has not even the greatest offensive line, when he got some receivers that are good. He don't even have to have a great offensive line. Well, which I think the Cleveland Browns offensive line is going to be much improved from last season because the offensive line for the Cleveland Browns was the 32nd ranked line towards the end of the year. Shador had 0 starters from the start of the year that were blocking for him in that last game against Cincinnati. Let me repeat that again. Shador, from week 1 to week 17, there were 0 Cleveland Browns starting offensive linemen that ended the year. This guy he had garbage men. He had dudes as probably truck drivers now in 2026. He had guys spinning around, running towards him in the end zone in the Buffalo game. Like, bro, how you get turned around and you're rushing Shador Sanders on the offensive side? There's a guy, I think it was 68 or 72, Robinson or Levinson. This dude got turned around. He got turned around so bad, Shador had to throw in the end zone. And this guy almost sacked Shador as the offensive player. Bro, you're supposed to be, how are you facing the end zone? You're supposed to be facing away from the end zone. How are you facing the end zone that we're backed up in? Like, that's what Shador had to contend with last year. Now we got some competent offensive linemen. Now, it'd be dangerous. Give me an offseason. All right? That's what I'm projecting, man. It'd be dangerous. You're giving Shador the offseason to figure things out. Hey, man, I like what I'm seeing. I like the moves that the Cleveland Browns are making on the offensive side. I like that they picked up the defensive end from Buffalo. They picked up a Baltimore Ravens return man, so we don't have to have Gage Larvadan out there muffing punts, dropping passes that are right here in the Ravens game, bro. I understand, like, a lot of these guys, they went through the fire with Shador. I get that. They was trying to just make the team just like Shador was. But Shador solidified as a team, as the QB1 on the team now. We need to get him some talent around him. And I think that's what the Cleveland Browns are going to do with their first 2 picks overall. They're going to build around Shador. They're going to get left tackle, wide receiver 1. I don't know what order they're going to get that in, if they're going to get the receiver first or they're going to get the offensive lineman. But those are 2 points of need for the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns don't need a quarterback. Okay? If you want to get a quarterback to round your roster out in the 4th or 5th round, I'm fine with that. If you want to take a flyer on Drew Allen as a developmental guy, that's fine. But don't expect that guy to come in and try to compete with Shador. Nah, we're not playing that game. Shador has the runway for 2026. He earned that by going 3-4, winning 2 division games last year. A lot of people like Jason Lloyd, they don't want to point that out. They just want to be like, oh, the QBR. Hey, what is the ultimate goal of football? It's winning games. Shador won 3 out of 7 games he started. He won more than any other starter for the Cleveland Browns combined. Joe Flacco won 1 game. Dylan Gabriel won 1 game. Dylan Gabriel won a game because Tua Tagovailoa decided that he was going to play the worst game he played all year long. Dylan Gabriel threw for 116 yards in that game and got the win. Okay? Tua threw for 3 interceptions that game. And people want to be like, oh, the defense won games for Shedeur the last 2 weeks of the year. Well, what did the defense do when Dylan Gabriel won his only game last year, huh? They forced like 5 turnovers that game, and it was raining. And Dylan didn't do much in that game. I don't even hear people talking about Dylan Gabriel because they ain't really nothing to talk about because he's a bum. He's a bum. He's not good. Okay? He's not good. Sorry, I gotta be the guy to tell you Dylan Gabriel fans out there, he's not good. He's short, he got a noodle arm, and he ain't got no motion in these streets. Nobody following that dude. So you want to believe, oh, he had better numbers than Shedeur. He had this. Guess what? Ain't nobody rocking with him, so it don't matter. It don't matter. You can say that till your face is blue. Shedeur's a leader. People follow Shedeur. People like Shedeur. People F with Shedeur. So that matters. Intangibles matter in football. That's what the Jason Lloyds and the people in Cleveland media, they are obtuse and dense about. Bro, you have to be a leader of men. People have to follow you. Okay? You can be a quarterback and put up all these numbers. If the team ain't rocking with you, and there ain't no chemistry or camaraderie, that is an issue. That is not an issue with Shedeur. It's funny that the Cleveland media, they leave out, nuances and stuff like that, that Todd Monken likes Shedeur. Jimmy Haslam likes Shedeur. Andrew Berry likes Shedeur. All the top players in the locker room, they mess with Shedeur. That matters. That matters. You want to know why the defense played hard for Shedeur's last 2 games, even though the numbers bared out that he didn't play that great? Because he's a leader. People are like, hey, man, we are going to rock out with Shedeur. Okay? So we are going to get a better offense with Shedeur, with a better coach, with better players. Okay? I believe Shedeur, the Browns, they were struggling scoring over 20 points a game. I think Shedeur did that, 4 times in 7 starts. The Raiders game, the Titans game, I think the Buffalo game they scored 20, and not Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, I think they got to 23 in that game if I'm correct. So yeah, 4 out of the 7 games. A problem with the Cleveland Browns were they weren't getting the 20 points. And 4 out of 7 starts for Shedeur, they were over 20 points. In one game in the Titans, they were over, they almost got the 30. Well, they should have got the 30. If Kevin Stefanski, goofy self, would have kicked 2 extra points, they would have won in overtime, and then Shedeur would have won in overtime. He was still Rookie of the Week that week anyways. So you got Shedeur, who's going to make some steady improvements. You're going to have Quinshon Judkins coming back. You're going to have Harold Fanning coming back. You're probably going to add a wide receiver 1 so that Jerry Jeudy slides into that second role or third role, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, which is more suited to Jerry Jeudy. On top of that, you got Carson Swetzer, who's going to be there a second year. Offensive Rookie of the Year on the defensive side. You got Mason Graham, who's going to be in the second year. Really, really, really good player that they got clogging up the middle to go along with Shelby Harris. You got Mikael Collins coming back as well. Of course, you got Myles Garrett on the end. Then on the backside, you got Martin Emerson coming back, Denzel Ward. It's going to be a good team. It's going to be a good team on the defensive side. If the offense can click, this is going to be a team that surprises people, okay? The Cleveland Browns, defensively, they're going to be a top 5 to 10 defensive team. Okay, they still have the players, even though they don't have Jim Schwartz. Okay, they still have the players there. I believe Todd Monken, he knows what he's doing. He just needs to get an opportunity, just like 12. Todd Monken and Shedeur, people, this is what a lot of Cleveland media and national media are missing. A lot of people looked over Todd Monken for a head coach position. Todd Monken, at 60 years old, is going to be his first time being a head coach. A lot of people overlooked him. Even the Cleveland Browns overlooked him in 2019-2020 for Kevin Stefanski. A lot of people, they overlook Shedeur Sanders. They're in the same boat. They both know that. I think that's why they are tied at the hip, because both of them have been counted out. And I think they're going to feed off each other. I think you can have a coach and you have a quarterback in sync. That's when a team really takes off. And I don't really think people understand in Cleveland media or understand in national media the importance of the relationship Todd Monken has with Shedeur. He's been enamored with Shedeur for a long time. So I think that's going to pay benefits for the Cleveland Browns because they are all in cohesion with each other. Also, they're going to bring in more talent on the offensive side, receiving wise. They're going to have a better scheme. It's like Kevin. I mean, I don't understand. I don't think people understand how bad Kevin Stefanski was as a coach last year and evaluator of talent last year. That set the Browns back 2 entire seasons because he didn't know how to develop a quarterback. He kept trying to bring in these retreads, these old guys instead of actually developing. You saw with DTR, he wasn't able to develop DTR. Maybe DTR could have been good. He did not develop DTR at all. We saw that. Didn't develop Dylan Gabriel, even though I don't think he's very good anyways. Didn't develop Shedeur Sanders. You got to develop these guys. You can't draft these guys and then not have them prepared to play in a game. DTR in the Ravens game in 2023. Like, bro, you didn't. This is the theme with Kevin Stefanski. Only quarterback he had ready to play was Dylan Gabriel, the wrong quarterback. So, Shedeur, you're not going to have a situation where Shedeur is going to be ill-prepared going into a game that he starts this year. He's going to be prepared. He's going to have a back in the top Monken. It'll be dangerous. Give me all season. It'll be dangerous. All right, man. What's the win total for the Cleveland Browns? I think the Browns, they could win 10-plus games in 2026. A lot of national media, they're going to be like, we got to pick the under on 6.5, bro. If you got any amount of money, put that money on the Cleveland Browns in the over. They going over 6.5 wins. They going way over 6.5 wins. I have a lot of confidence in that. I'm probably going to put a bet in for that when I go to Vegas in September. I'm definitely going to have to put a bet in for the over because I think the Cleveland Browns are going to win bare minimum 9 games. Probably 10-7. I'm leaning towards that. I think that's going to be my prediction is 10-7. I need some more information. But, yeah, man, when a draft comes to a head and it's over and you could look at the picture a little more clearer, then I can give a definitive answer like, yeah, they definitely going to be a 10-win team this year. That's what I feel on my fiber. That's what I feel it might be. And the Cleveland Browns are going to be a 10-plus win team. That might be put them in contention for the AFC North. I don't think that's out of realm possibility. I think they can win the AFC North this year. And definitely the next 3 to 4 years, once they get up under this Deshaun Watson contract, if Shedeur hits, they're going to have a quarterback that's cheap. This is the time for the Cleveland Browns to strike gold right here. 2027, they should be hoping Shedeur is a guy. Because 2027, they're going to get from up under the Deshaun Watson contract, and they can be uber aggressive. They can add to what they're adding in 2026. I mean, this is a great time to be a Cleveland Brown. I think we're through the worst of it. We're going to be back on the upswing. I think we're going to be a perennial winner with Shedeur and Todd Monken. That's just what I feel. They got the defense in place. Jimmy Haslam, you have an owner there who does not mind spending money. And so this is a great time to hop on the Cleveland Browns train, in my opinion. We're going to be good the next 4 to 5 years with Shedeur, bar none. All right, KSK rolling out. That's what I feel about my Cleveland Browns 2026. I'm optimistic. I hope I convince you. Like, comment, subscribe. Help your boy get over 500 subs. I'm closing in. I can't do it without your support and your help. I appreciate y'all. See you aunties. Appreciate everybody that rocks with your boy. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.